Okay, welcome to Mornings with Patricia. This is like take 3 of the program today. I mean, if it isn't one thing, it's the other, and I think that's funny because what I want to talk about today is procrastination and peace. So I'm outside, and there's, it's kind of bright, and so I can't really tell if the little thing is on the camera or off, and it was just very interesting to try to figure out. You could see I'm still trying to play around with it, make sure that when it's time to turn it off. Yeah, interesting what's showing up while I do this. So anyway, it's a nice day, pretty windy. It's blowing my hair around. You might hear the chimes in the background. I have an emperor's gong and some musical chimes that are keyed in a musical note. And there's the trees again in the back. Procrastination and peace. I read this article from 2005 in Psychology Today, and there were like these 3 basic types of procrastinators. And I was going to talk about them, but then I thought, that's just one more. Here's 5 different ways to know you're a procrastinator, 10 ways to cure your procrastination. And I think, wow, those things can sell good articles, but what do they really mean to us? I don't know that it means much of anything to me to type myself. I used to be a procrastinator. I'm not. That doesn't really come up for me much anymore. And when it does, I notice some interesting patterns in myself. So like I say, I don't normally procrastinate anymore, but when it does come up, I notice it's things that like I've just had enough of whatever it is, or it's just something I really don't want to do. And even though I may have to do it, when I'm honest with myself, then I don't have to beat myself up over it. But most of the time anymore, staying present with the moment allows you to really face procrastination and be able to stay in a place of beautiful peace. I think procrastination, the funny thing that goes on with that is we're living in the future. We're always projecting to the future. I got to do this, I got to do that, rather than how am I being right now, right? And there are some techniques, like if you make a list, that can really stop the procrastination, because you've got your list and you just go ahead and you cross things off as you do them. But I think we get into this place where we're really typing people in ourselves. And we say, well, if you experience this, you're this way. Experience that, you're that way. And I don't know how helpful that really is. If you come back to a place of deep inner peace and just be with whatever is happening right now. Can you change the future? Well, yeah, your actions might be able to change the future, but why are you future tripping? The question becomes like, what is it in your life that you're unhappy with right now that you can't stay present? Right? Why is the mind all over the place? Because the mind, we think is something apart from us, so we let it, have a life of its own. But we are mind, we are the thoughts. So when we keep control of that, when we bring ourselves back to center, right? Again, it's like a muscle. It's like a muscle. You just keep training that muscle, and you do that with your attention. You just keep bringing that back to center. And then you can find that you can achieve a lot of things, because you can achieve them in a present moment. I need to do this now, I need to do that now, and you're not worried about things, coming up. You notice how when you do procrastinate and you say, oh, I'm just going to do this other thing. A favorite of mine was I didn't like to study for finals. And I know I've talked about this with some people before, but I didn't like to study for finals in college. So every time finals came up or midterms came up, I had like a 1,500 piece puzzle. And you can't leave that undone. You have got to finish that puzzle. So I would put off till the last minute studying because I had more important things to do, like finishing this puzzle. So you can kind of see how interesting the mind is, But what happens when we do put things off? Can we have peace? No, we can't. There's no peace that happens, because what really does happen is the mind keeps traveling, keeps traveling. Oh my goodness. Well, that's okay. I'm going to do this. Oh my goodness, I've got this to do. Will I get it done? Oh, well, it's okay. I'm going to do this. And we're just frenetic. We're just frenetic in our energy. Well, the wind is just playing with my hair, isn't it? We're just frenetic in our energy. So it's about harnessing that energy. And thoughts are energy. So learning how to control your thoughts controls the experience that you have. And that's what meditation teaches you, right? I'd like to try a little bit of meditation with you today. When I was in India, you see people meditating, and people always talk about how they need the quiet and everything here. But, there was all that noise everywhere that was happening, and people were meditating. Things were happening. So, to think that you have to have peace and quiet to meditate is erroneous. So let's just do that now. I'm going to ask you to just close your eyes. Look, I'm going to close my eyes with you. Don't peek. I'm watching you. And we just close our eyes and take in a nice deep breath. Now, you can't feel the wind, but you can see the wind. Or you saw the wind in my hair. You can hear the chimes. And the point with meditation is not to stop all the images, but to pick the biggest ones out and allow those to be your meditation piece until you come down to one big thought or one big image. See, the smaller ones just start to fall away. And you can just let them do that. As you stay with the images, as your mind begins to quiet, just nice breaths in, hold for a second and out. Breaths in, hold for a second and out. And do that 5 or 7 times. Now you keep your eyes closed. I'm going to open mine so that I can be energetically even more present with you. And as you listen to the sound of my voice, realize there's nothing for you to do right now other than be. Nothing for you to do right now other than be. That's all that's required of you right now. And everything else that will happen later, you'll be doing that in the present moment as well. Nice deep breath in and out. And whenever that feels complete for you, you can go ahead and open your eyes. Just slowly. Soft eyes. That's good. When people are really, really ill, fighting for their life, they're not worried about their to-do list. So what's happening with that? How come people who are fighting for their lives are not worried about their to-do list? Because they're fighting for their lives, because living is the most important thing. And when you start to get your priorities straight on that, some amazing things happen. You realize that time is the same for everybody. Everybody has the same amount of time during the day. Think about that for a minute. If you think you're a procrastinator, if you think that you can't get things done, everybody has the same amount of time during the day. The same amount of hours. And there was a yesterday, a today, and tomorrow. So you've kind of made a story up for yourself about that you're a procrastinator. And once you label yourself, the subconscious loves you so much and supports you so much, it'll do everything to help you live up to that. So why do you watch TV? Why do you play games? Because there's this interesting S word that your subconscious rails against. And you know what it is, right? It's the should. I should do this. I should do that. That's not your voice. That's not the sound of your soul. That's the voice of a parent or a guardian. And notice, if you think back, maybe if you can remember back as a child, when a parent or guardian said you need to do this or you should do this, that interfered with your normal nature, which is to play. So notice when you procrastinate, you choose things which you might consider as an adult your time to play. Here's what I really want to drill down to. Procrastinators are people who are rebelling against not enough playtime, against a life that is framed in work rather than play. In Hinduism, they call it Leela, God's play, right? Everything likes to play. The wind likes to play, right? The cats like to play. The dogs barking in the back, they like to play. Everything likes to play. So why shouldn't you? Play is your real, true nature. And once you understand that, once you really start to experience what that can mean for you, you won't procrastinate any longer. Do you know why? Because everything becomes play. There's no more work. You will not approach anything in a work mode, rather in an amazing play mode. And that's your opportunity today. If you're going to work, I'd suggest that you reframe that. You're going to go play today. You're going to go play with others. And it's kind of cool, as an adult, you get paid to play. It's all about how we frame our world. It's about not getting stuck in labels. It's about being open to our true selves. And we have a dialogue or a monologue, and we stop making ourselves wrong. The world looks very different. We're present. We're playing. That's what we do. You know, we can play with the wind. When you meditate, if you're meditating outside, your mind can play with the sounds of the wind, listening to all the beautiful sounds. That feels good, doesn't it? Calming our minds, giving our minds a massage. Stop taking ourselves so seriously. And you know, when you do finish a project or when you do something, it'd be really great if you gave yourself some kudos for that. Because so many people beat themselves up for not getting things done, but they forget to give themselves kudos when they do get it done. The mind likes a massage. The mind likes the kudos. You deserve the best. You deserve the best in terms of your life, how you talk to yourself. Amazing. Let me read you something from William James. This is a quote from William James. Nothing is so fatiguing as the eternal hanging on of an uncompleted task. That's in the mind, right? You're just fatiguing yourself. Reframe it. Go play. Stop expecting so much out of yourself, right? Be gentle, be kind. Enjoy. Enjoy everything you're doing, because we never know from one minute to the next what we have. There's a country song, Live Like You're Dying or something, right? That's kind of different. But, I think the philosophy of that is, live fully every moment. And then you won't ever have to worry about procrastinating, because you'll be in play and doing exactly what you love to do. Okay, well, have a beautiful Tuesday. I so appreciate my time with you. And 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! I love myself. I love you. Hey, remember, be present. play. Go play. All right. Till tomorrow morning. Bye.